What is up everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'll be showcasing a fun new brew I've been working on, White Academy ZAFT. This deck is a mid-range, aggressive-ish build that leans on Academy and ZAFT units like aerial Permet Score, Pharact, and Aegis to either start applying pressure or lock down the board in the mid-game. Thanks to the new dual impact set, we also get new cards like Rick Diaz and the White Buster Gundam, both of which will help try to stop early rush decks and then pivot into mid-range shield clearing. For late game power, the deck runs Justice Gundam, which brings 7 AP and 7 HP across 2 bodies, which is huge for the endgame race. And to keep gas flowing late, I've included a couple of aerial rebuilds for card advantage. So let's break down the build. In the early game, I have 4 Gundam Rubris, which is standard for any mid-range white deck. It provides great early control and is still useful as a chump blocker late. Next, we have 4 Rick Diaz, so this is a brand new card from Dual Impact. Level 3, 2 cost, 3/3 blocker. The 3 AP is key since it clears an EX base in one swing, something that Rubris can't do. For the mid game, I have 4 Aegis MA form. This links with Athrun to clear 4 HP threats, and when it breaches, it can even take a shield or an EX base with it. Next, we have 4 copies of the White Buster Gundam. This is another dual impact edition. It has solid 4/3 stats and can link with Athrun to become a 5/5 that attacks active enemy units. It's also flexible. It can serve as an early blocker if needed. Next, we have 2 aerial Permet Score 6. This offers card advantage in the mid-game. Pair it with a pilot to reduce an enemy's AP by 3 for the turn. Note that it has no link required. That tempo swing can open up attacks that change the board state completely. And for the late game, we have 4 Justice Gundam. This is our finisher, 2 bodies, 7/7 total. It's great for clearing shields or swinging the race. Additionally, we have 2 aerial rebuilds. As mentioned, this provides extra card advantage in the late game to push through the grind. And for pilots, we have 4 Sulettas, standard for aerials and Pharacts. 4 Athruns, essential for our ZAFT units, and gives a strong ammo-like ability to pick off level 5 or lower units. Great for punishing sandbag block. And finally, we have 3 Elans. When linked with Pharact, you can get a 5/5 debuffer, and in the right spot, it can even heal. It's flexible, but I'll admit he might not be the long-term answer here. And for bases and commands, we have 4 Visalis. That +1 AP ability helps reach important HP breakpoints. It even lets Rubris take out an EX base. And for commands, we have 4 Overflowing Affections, the best early game draw command for white, and 2 copies of a new sign. This is another dual impact card, draw 3, discard 2, which is great for late game filtering and hand sculpting in a non-blue deck. Alright, here we are with our first game. We're going first. We do have a Buster Gundam, but we don't have any early plays, so I will mulligan this hand. Okay, so good. We got a Rubris and a Rick Diaz. I guess the target is to be the early aggressor here, since they haven't played anything yet, so signaling that they might be some sort of control deck. Turn 3, we'll play out. I guess we can discard 1 Rubris now because we have 2. Next turn, we'll play out a Rick Diaz, which is fine. Alright, and then we'll pass the turn. Great. That is good for us. No, we won't block that. Yeah, so for now, we'll play this one out. Swing into their Zowort, get a breach, and swing into their base. And just be ahead in the race. Yep. Yes. Alright. How do we want to do this? Is there any favorable attack for us? We can clear this out. Right. And then just play out a Pharact and a Rubris. But if we clear this out, this gets a breach 3. I think they're gonna be at level 6 though. I think we're fine for now. Let's hold for now. Let's see what they do. No, we won't block. Okay, that's kind of nice. We won't block that either. Alright, okay, so they bounced that. Yeah, I think so. Now we can just do this. Swing in here. Swing here. We have 6. So let's just play out our larger units here and pass the turn. That's fine, we won't block. Okay, great. We got an Athrun here. Yes. Okay, here's what we can do, right? We'll play out and a Justice Gundam. Play out this. Right. Swing this one here. Allow this to attack. Play out a base. And just simply trade for this. And just swing in with this one here. And chump Death Scythe. Yes, we'll chump. We got the wing with no follow-up. Great. So what we'll do is we'll play this, get this down, swing in here, allow this to attack, clear that. Yeah, we'll clear the base because this has breach and can attack anyway. I can attack onto my units anyway. And let's clear more shields. And let's play as many units as we can and pass. Yeah, no need to block. They get the breach. They have 2 attackers. Yeah, let's see. I'll attack here first. Yeah, if they have 2 attackers, they can clear both my shields. So I think I'll have to clear this with this one. Swing into that. And play out. So we have 9. We can play out 3 units, right? So 1, 2, 3. I'm not gonna play out this 4-3 just in case they have another wing 0 and pass the turn. So even if they have a link, they really can't clear both our shields. Yeah, and I think we got there. Yeah. So as usual, being the aggressive, being the aggro, taking the aggro position against green white usually works. here we are in our next game. We do have a Rick Diaz, so it's fine. We're going first, so no, we won't take a mulligan. We'll play Overflowing in our first turn. Maybe even play 2 of them. Alright, so now we know that we're facing against an aggressive deck. So we will be looking for more early defensive cards. Okay, these are fine. Probably discard this one. And let's try to get another one. Alright. Let's see what our turn 3 play would be this. Our turn 4 will be either this or this with Athrun, right? So we probably don't need Rick Diaz right now. I will pass the turn. Our turn 5 will be Permet Score 6. Yeah, they will clear our base. But they did already lose their... Alright, they didn't play any follow-up, which is good for us. So let's just play Rick Diaz and pass the turn. Yeah, that one will block. Because I don't want to block this just in case they have a pinger. Okay, great. We did get Suletta, which is good for us. It pairs with Permet Score 6 here. Alright, so now we'll play this one out with Athrun. Clear this. Get a breach. And swing onto their shield. So hopefully they don't have anything to deal with 2 of our units at the same time. But maybe... Alright, there's a pinger. Another one. Alright, they got one. Which is fine. At this point, yeah, we'll just swing. Press the advantage. And play out a couple of blockers. Well, this one doesn't block yet, but still is a good body. Alright, so they kind of lost a bit of tempo there. And they should have swung into this one. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, great. Yeah, so we'll play out... Okay. So we'll play out... At this point, we'll play out Permet Score 6 with Suletta. Reduce this by 3. Swing in there. Set the resources active. And just swing for their base. Alright, it dealt 2 to this. And let's play out a base of our own. Right, we keep getting pilots here. Hopefully you can get something to link or pair them with. Alright. Okay, so now I think we can just swing in with this, right? And then let's play this one out. Swing. And looks like we got there. Turn this and swing. Alright, on to our next game. We are going first. We did draw a couple of Rick Diaz's, so no, we won't take a mulligan. Just pass the turn with nothing to do until our turn 3. Alright. Demi-Garrison signals some form of blue-white unicorn. Yes. Alright. So let's play out Overflowing Affection first. Okay, nice. We got Athrun. So let's discard one of our Rick Diaz here and play out the other. Oh, they bounce it. Alright. So then, next turn we can just play out Pharact and clear out Rubris. Let's play Pharact with Eren. Clear out Rubris. Reduce its AP by 2. And not take any damage. Just pass the turn. Alright. They lost a bit of tempo there. You pass. Alright, we'll swing for this again. Clear their unit. And now let's just let's just play out a couple of let's play out a base first. Draw a card. And let's play out a couple of blockers. The reason is these two can have a link with either Athrun these two can link with Athrun and Suletta. So we'll lose the summoning sickness already, so we just play them out first and end the turn. Alright, they have Unicorn. Alright, we won't block that. Yeah, we won't block that. Just clear out their base. And then their shield. And I think we still play out, we just play out as many units as we can then. Hopefully they don't have the... Oh, they don't have it. Alright. Great. Can Suletta survive? Yeah, I think if we pair Suletta with this, it can survive. This one becomes 4/6, right? And we reduce it by 2. Set resources active. Right, the problem is we are running out of units in hand. We kind of want to build up the pressure. So, do I want to play the base out to possibly get a unit? I think I do. Alright, we got a card draw. Okay, great. We'll probably just discard Elan now and play this and pass the turn. Alright. Uh-oh, okay, so they bounce this. Yep. Huh. Okay, so what can we do here? We'll probably just swing in there with this one, right? Swing in there. Swing here. Swing for their base. And play out all our units. We really need to draw something big. Okay. That one will block with this. Yeah, we'll block it as well. Alright. Oh, they have the unicorn. Which is fine. Because we are way ahead on board and we can clear their final shield and their base and swing in for the win. Here are my playtest impressions. Rick Diaz feels like it will be a staple moving forward. It's a solid blocker. It trades well into 2/2s and can even pressure EX bases if you need to pivot to being the beatdown. The White Buster Gundam is surprisingly flexible. When linked with Athrun, it threatens active enemy units and trades up into meta staples like RX-78 or Sword Strike plus Kira. A new sign adds much needed card selection. Not as strong as a Show of Resolve, but still very welcome in a mid-range deck without blue. Overall, the deck feels solid. It can go over the top of rushier builds thanks to our beefier units, and even grind it out against mid-range decks through our Athrun links and Pharact tempo plays. If you play out Justice Gundam late, you can easily go over the top of other mid-range decks. My biggest concern with this is green-white ramp. Without an aggressive draw, green-white's larger units can easily outscale this build. For future tweaks, I'm probably keeping an eye out for better pilot options to replace Elan. His ability takes a lot to set up, so a new Academy pilot would be perfect here if they do release one. Next, the deck feels light on level 5s. Adding something like Ale Strike could smooth the curve, and Kira could potentially even replace Elan while opening Sword Strike swaps for Pharact. And that's the current state of my brew as we head into the dual impact release. So what do you think? Does this build have legs, or is it just jank? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you enjoyed the breakdown, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.